Hey there, it's Pete Checkley for Sample Review and welcome to this first look of Ethera Gold Sahara Voices. Ethera Gold Sahara Voices is the latest in the collection of the highly esteemed Ethera series. With the success of the recent Ethera Gold intimate vocals, Sahara Voices expands the Ethera vocals repertoire with a Middle Eastern influence. With the exquisite vocals of Clara Sorace, developer Stefano Maccarelli has built a stunning instrument with chromatic true legato, over 800 phrases and versatile onboard effects. If you're looking for a Middle Eastern style vocal, this is certainly the instrument for you. Ethera Gold Sahara Voices downloads at 6.1 GB and contains 5 multi-sampled contact instruments. This includes true legato, phrases in a variety of different keys and also reverse phrases. There is an inspiring sustained instrument with 11 different articulations, and there are bonus drones and percussion loops. It requires full contact 6.5.2 or higher and normally sells for $59.95 but is on intro at the moment for $47.95. To jump straight in, I've made a very quick demo using Sahara Voices and also Ethera Gold 2.5. Ethera Gold 2.5 is one of my go-to libraries. It's featured on so many of my tracks, and it's a toolbox where you can just create brilliant scores using just that instrument. So I've used a couple of drones and some bells from Ethera Gold, and Sahara Voices is covering phrases, legato and some percussion. From the demo, you can hear it's instant cinema, and Clara's voice is absolutely exquisite. It's ranging from sort of soft and sonorous to really, really powerful when you need to. And across all the Ethera instruments, Clara's voice is absolutely amazing. The sampling is phenomenal, and the scripting is absolutely brilliant. So on the left-hand side, you can see you have the 5 instruments. So the true legato, vocal phrases, sustains, reverse vocal phrases, and true legato process. So I'm going to start off with the processed, as that is ready to go out the box. Now, it just sounds brilliant as soon as you start playing it. And the setup is really, really straightforward. So the blue keys are your playable range. And then we have the colour keys at the top, and you get different vocal effects. And there are 2 different articulations. So I have the R and the And if you start applying the mod wheel, you get greater control in the expression. Now, the other thing is there are 2 legato transitions depending on the velocity you press. So if I play very lightly, let's bring up the modulation. So you can hear that very subtle legato. If I play a lot harder, it's a much stronger legato transition. And then you have your attack of the sustains, volume, the releases, and you can hear on certain notes there's different releases, and then there's an offset. Now, it's an important thing to note that in your DAW, if you offset negative delay of 250 milliseconds, everything will balance up together. So that's what I did in the demo, and it works really, really well. And then on the right hand side, we have this stereo, legato and release options. And then the other page is an effects rack, and there's plenty going on, and I will go through that a little bit later. But at the moment we have some EQ, reverb, delay and cabin emulation. Looking at the first standard true legato instrument, it's exactly the same as the processed one, however there are less effects, so you can really hear the detail in Clara's voice. So when I just played that example, there was a tiny sort of crossover of the legato, and that was more my playing and controlling of the mod wheel. So I found it very, very easy and quick to use when I was just working on that little demo. Now, obviously you can add your own effects. So over in the effects rack, you can put all of these different types of reverb in. So let's go large concert. And then compare that to a, let's go to echo verb. And then ethereal. So absolutely love that delay. If we add a cabinet to it, let's go to, you could put Clara's voice through a Leslie. That's very cool. And let's just try a T green. And then we have different amplifiers. So yeah, let's go jump. So we'll need to bring the volume down in the patch. A little bit too far there. Let's go up a bit more. So it's playing with some distortion, and we have distortion at the top, EQ, some various modulation. So you have chorus, flange, and phaser effects. So let's exaggerate the flanger. Very cool. And compression as well, which is on board. Now, obviously, you can right click to any of these and learn a CC automation. So as I use my expression, I've now put the reverb onto my expression pedal, and you can just fade in some reverb. So it's good to know you can do that. Not that you're probably going to do it, but you might want to. So all that's doable on the onboard instrument. So that covers a true legato. Like I say, 2 different legato transitions. Mod will sort of help the expression. And it looks like the mod wheel actually determines which sample is being played as well. So it's a lot to experiment. And yeah, for a $59.99 instrument, absolutely brilliant. The next instrument we're going to look at is the vocal phrases. Now, very, very simply, open it up and go into the browser and find the closest tempo to where you're working, as these will tempo match to your DAW project, and also the key you're working in. Now, it doesn't cover every single key, but there is, using time mode, a pitch function. So you can play a phrase and you can change a pitch by the semitone. So even if it's not exactly the key you're working in, it's very possible to get them working. So I'm going to turn the mic off and I'm going to play a variety of vocal phrases in different keys, and I'll also play some of the reverse vocal phrases. The phrases are ready to go straight into your production. There are over 800 of these, and these are proper performances by Clara and recorded by Stefano. And they fit in your DAW perfectly. Like I say, they tempo sync, and they either are going to be sort of quite subtly different, or there's going to be some big ranges of different phrases. So it could be very quiet and ethereal, or it could be big, bold statements. So no matter what your composition is and what you're looking for, you're going to find something that fits. But that's not the only thing. I love these yellow keys. If I play the low C, we get a drone, and then we can play different phrases on top of that. Not only that, the other keys have some percussion on. So if you really want to, you could just hold down a drone, bring some percussion in, and just make a really quick cue just in one pass, sounding a little bit like this. So it's really, really straightforward just to straight away just create. Depending on the different modes you're in, you can have some more control. So it's not just the release time, release velocity, and offset, attack, and volume. If you click on legato, you can have legato speed. Which will affect the transitions, and then you have a second offset. If we go into time mode, you can then change the pitch. And they do stretch really, really well. And then you have a sync mode. Okay, so you can sync with the host, or I believe the TM would be time machine. I could be wrong there, but that would make sense. So you can stretch the sample. Let's bring the pitch down. Actually, let's go low. That's very exaggerated, but you can hear actually there aren't any sort of transients or strange elements on these pitch shift samples. So that's really awesome. Let's go back to where we were. So yeah, you can stretch. So you're just changing the speed of the sample, so you can make it fit perfectly in your DAW. The other part of this to mention is Sahara Voices comes with WAV versions of the phrases as well, so you can just drag and drop them straight into your DAW and stretch them that way as well. So completely up to you how you do it, but you have all of those different options. As a quick note, on the reverse phrases, everything's exactly the same, so you can have a drone, which is now reversed. and that's just an instant ambient soundscape. So it's just a really cool instrument to have. And of course, when you change key, the drone will change key with you, and it will then fit all the phrases. And once again, all the controls are exactly the same, and you can then add your own effects if you need to. The final instrument is the sustains instrument. Now, the blue keys are your playable area. And on the left, you can see the red keys. They are the 11 different articulations. So I'll just play a couple of examples. As these are performance based, you can hear the note will be held and then it will be re-triggered, and there's a kind of little gap in between, so as to the realism. I can hear how the note evolves as well with vibrato. And all the different articulations just have these really cool nuances. Now, above that, you have the ADSR standard controls. So if I increase the release, and the sample will just go a little bit longer. So when you're training up different chords, you can get that transition. And then the frequency is an LFO tool. It will change the pitch in conjunction with the amount. And then you have the offset and then the shape. Now the shape will add some gentle saturation. So that can be really useful for sort of making more powerful sustained notes, or sort of pitch shifting and doing some sort of bass work, I guess. So yeah, really easy controls. And then again, you have the effects rack. So with a little bit more practice from me, I'd be quite happy to, like I say, turn this into like a bit of a choral arrangement. And of course, on the mod wheel, you get different dynamics. And with the 11 different articulations, there's plenty to keep you going to get some really cool textures and yeah, just create some really awesome vocal parts. My final thoughts on Ethera Gold Sahara Voices. First of all, it just sounds amazing. I use the Ethera series a lot, and I think Clara's voice is absolutely stunning. Now, it's no good having an amazing voice if it's not captured properly, and Stefano has captured the voice incredibly well. The programming, I can't imagine, to get that true legato, how much time and effort has gone in to program that. There must be thousands and thousands and thousands of samples, so you're getting a top quality instrument. Now the vocal phrases, over 800 of those, if you're composing to a deadline or you just want some inspiration, they are absolutely amazing. And I think the reverse vocal phrases are brilliant as well. For ambient music especially, they're absolutely spot on. The sustains, you can make little choir arrangements, and you have lots of different articulations. So with the use of the onboard effects, you can turn those into different pad instruments. And then of course you've got the true legato processed, and that is the true legato instrument, but with ready or production ready out the box sounds. So yeah, it's just good to go straight in your production. Now the demo I made, it probably took me about 12 minutes to put that together, and it shows how easy the Ethera series are. So I see Sahara Voices as an extension of the Ethera Gold library. If you haven't checked it out, it's over 30 gigabytes of vocals, synths, it's both male and female vocals, and it's just a massive toolkit. So with these extra additions, I just think, yeah, it's just so impressive what is being fit into these instruments for such a small price. So if I was looking for things to improve, I can honestly say there is nothing I would improve on these instruments. I think this works perfectly. I didn't encounter any issues. It took me a couple of minutes just to get used to using the mod wheel and getting the nuances of the instrument. And yeah, fair enough, I might have made a couple of little errors here and there, but yeah, it's just a really, really fantastic instrument. Thank you so much for checking out this first look of Ethera Gold Sahara Voices from 0G. If you like what you heard, leave us a like and leave us a comment. What did you like about the instrument? How would you use it? What are your thoughts about Sahara Voices? Please subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos. And also, if you get a chance, pop over to samplelibraryreview.com to check out everything that's going on in the world of virtual instruments. Have a fantastic day, and thanks for watching.